everybody. Welcome to the Psychic Hour. I'm Christy Brower, here with my sister, co host, and partner in crime, Katie Weaver. Hey, Katie.
Hello.
How's it going?
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Right before the show, I had a really scared, panicked phone call from my daughter. She got home from work and couldn't find her dog and was panicking, for good
Mm,
reason. And anyway, she found him in the yard. She'd called and called him. She'd even looked and didn't see him out there. They have a good fenced, locked backyard. Like he should be safe, but
yeah.
he was back there. I think he was just really scared. I think that fireworks had gotten to him. I don't know about you guys, but our
Made him
neighborhoods are
freeze.
just booming. Yeah.
Oh, so bad.
Yep. So
So
he's
bad.
found, he's fine, all is well, but whew, what a scare. What a scare to be that many hours away and be like, how do I help you?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yikes. Anyway,
Oh,
all is well. Whew.
well, I'm so very glad that it is because that's terrible.
Right. On a better front, I bought my camping groceries today and we're getting all
Nice.
set to go. We always camp over the 4th for this very reason.
Yeah.
To get our dogs out of town and away from all the booms because they just cannot do it.
It is true. And to get ourselves away from them too, I am just not a fan at all. And
No.
just really,
Yeah.
like just getting away from all of it.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
This year particularly just doesn't really feel all that free. Not all in
For
on all that freedom
celebratory. Yeah.
this year. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do we do with the pigs? Oh, we always, well, 2 things. We either camp close enough to home that we can come and go twice a day to feed them and, check in on them and take care of them, or we have a piggy sitter that we hire when we're out of town who comes over and does that. So, just depending on where we go. Honestly, when we camp, 99% of the time, we're close enough that we can just run home. I mean, we're in the valley and there's mountains all around us. And so we always, and the river. And so it's not too hard to find a good place to go that we're within, 20, 30 minutes of home. So
right. Yeah, just
they
very
don't go
lucky.
camping though, that's for sure. We were
They
hoping that would be our
did
reality.
once. Well, one of them did. Fiona did
We
once,
did.
right?
We took Fiona once. She was smaller though and a little more easier to manage, but still it was really hard. No, they are not phased at all by fireworks. Not a
Oh,
bit.
that's good.
If they were, I've wondered like, oh, they like crates though. We have a big, big dog crate that one of our dogs sleeps in at night, and those two will cram themselves both in it. They back in. You guys, it's hilarious. I should get a video of this sometime because they both, one of them will back in, and then the other one will back in and kind of stomp all over that one. There's lots of oinking and grunting and barking and complaining going on, and then finally they'll both settle in together and they're okay. But it's quite the routine to get in there. But I think my thought had been, Lauren, if we got to a point like that, I think if I had 2 crates so they each could get in their own crate and be in a really safe space like that, they'd be okay. But actually, nothing. Doesn't phase them at
That's
all.
good. That is very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say welcome to all of you in the live chat.
Yeah.
Renee, Barbara, Quali, Janie, Lauren, Patricia, and Melanie. And I know there are more joining. We are live streaming on, well, what are we right now? 3 YouTube channels and 2 Facebook pages. So
Yeah.
welcome from wherever you hail. Um,
And whether you're live or not, either way.
yeah. Either way, that is great. Glad to have you all
Yeah.
here with us tonight. So, we've been talking about it this week, but we're making some changes and we want you all to know about it. The first
Yes.
thing is we changed our name. We are the True Crime Squad now.
Hmm.
And the Psychic Hour is going to become a part of our membership on YouTube. It's only going to be 99 cents a month. So, it's very inexpensive. It will that won't happen until the 1st of August. So this month, no problem. Also, if you are already a member of our True Crime Cold Read Party, then you get the Psychic Hour automatically. But if you don't have that, it's $4.99 a month, so then you get them both. If you don't have that, you can just do the 99-cent deal. And what we're doing is we're moving our psychic work to behind our paywalls. Not to make a ton of money, but actually just kind of for our safety. There have
Mhm.
been some things that scare us just a little bit, and we feel like maybe
Mhm.
that might be the best thing for us.
Mhm.
So we're going to do that. On this channel, we'll be doing, on the regular channel, we'll be doing our 3 episodes a week. We'll be doing our case update live stream. Like
Mhm.
that stuff is all going to stay exactly the same. And the
Yep.
psychic hour will just move to a different spot on YouTube. And then you'll have to come to YouTube to see it
Mhm.
because it will only be available to subscribers. We're going to talk
Mhm.
about this every time we do the psychic hour this
Yeah.
month. So don't worry.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it right away. We'll also be posting notices about it to help people find it.
We're gonna make it as
Um,
easy as humanly possible. You
yeah,
know, we do not want to alienate anybody. Anyone who wants to be at the psychic
no.
hour, you want you there. We want you there. But I'm going to tell you something else. Putting it behind a paywall is actually really good for everyone
Mhm.
because your comments and questions are also more shielded so that
Right.
you can come and talk to us and ask questions and share things that are going on in your world and not have to worry about the whole world seeing that comment because
Yes.
it will be just that select group of people that are also paying to be here, which
Yep.
is good. And it will also eliminate trolls, which is
Hmm.
a good thing because you guys know we've been trolled plenty,
Yep.
in the psychic hour, and that helps too. So overall, it is a good thing, but we know change can be a little bit hard and frustrating, and so we want to make it easy. We want to make it fair. You know,
Hmm.
if we could do it, put it behind a paywall and not to charge at all for it, we would, but you can't. You have to do something. So
Right.
at any rate, hopefully $1 a month is reasonable enough, that doesn't keep anyone from being able to participate that wants to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely. Because that's not our intention in any way. But
No.
yeah, it's going to be better. And also, we wanted to make sure you hear it because you might see a logo that looks very similar to ours, only it says True Crime Squad, and that is us.
Mhm.
We made a point of keeping the graphics very similar, the color scheme the same, so that you can find us. So if you search True Crime Paranormal, you will actually probably still find our channel
Mhm.
because lots of stuff is tagged with that name.
Yeah.
But going forward, you'll see us as True
Mhm.
Crime Squad. So we're
Yeah.
just growing. We've been at this for 2.5 years. We're at like 580 episodes or something, and feeling like
Yeah.
maybe it's time to grow us up a little more, one more step.
Yep.
So that's what we're doing.
Yep. We love it.
Yeah,
It's all good. Yeah.
absolutely. Wanted to also just say welcome to some of you that have just joined the chat. Coco, Spirit, Brandy, Nicola. Welcome from England, Nicola. And oh, Melanie is from the UK in London. Welcome, 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 M. Nice to have you all here.
Yeah. Very good.
And we always start
A
off this
good day.
show. Yes. We always start off this show with the very important question of what'd you have for dinner? So,
Nothing. Nothing yet.
oh,
Oof. Yeah. I I don't have my shit together. I got rocked this afternoon by the dumbest thing.
hmm.
This is me. This is me caring too much what other people think. But someone
Oh,
accused
yes.
me on TikTok of being a racist and being a racist towards Native American people and not caring at all about their struggles. This person doesn't
I,
know me at all, and obviously, but I was still like really shocked. I responded to them twice and then deleted my comments because I'm like, what's the point? Like they think they know me, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't have to come here and defend myself. But then at the same time, I'm like, how can you say that to somebody that what the hell?
mm,
Anyway, I'm still bothered. I have to shake it off. I'm just bothered. That's
just
all.
shake it up. There's a lot
Yeah.
of um there's a lot of craziness out in the world right now as we're
Oh my
finding even on our
gosh.
own channels.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. You do just have to
Hmm.
shake it off. Let it go. This is about that
Yeah.
person, not about you.
Yeah.
And, if you feel
Right.
good about what you said,
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it sounds like a troll barber, right?
they said they used to be out of control of their white privilege and they need to help me get in control of mine.
I mean, you were talking about how, a lot of people think that the reason for the Supreme Court change in allowing prosecution of people who don't live on a reservation when they commit a crime on a reservation. We talked about this
Mhm.
last night,
Yeah.
that likely has to do with Roe v. Wade.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
that's, I don't understand how that was a racist thing to say.
I Me neither.
I mean, we were
Except for that,
talking about our
because
concern about
apparently
that,
that meant that I don't care about any other issues on the res, and that these are also things that are going to, could potentially strip more rights and more uh it could cause more damage, which we're very aware of, but
right?
that was just one issue that I had mentioned anyway. Hi, yi, yi. Whew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Boo.
Let it go. Be like Elsa and let it go.
Yeah. Gotta.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, we had sandwiches and fruit because it's hot as balls here. And I don't want to
Mm,
cook anything. Also, I only barely
right.
want to eat anything because it's
Right.
hot. So we had very basic around here.
Well, we planned our camping menu this today toward around eating out
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
because it's
It's
too
just
hot.
too hot to
Yeah.
like do a lot of cooking. And yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, Kev, hey Kev had a PB and J. You can never go wrong. I
You
mean,
really can't. That works.
M's
That always works.
having right.
Yeah.
M's having a lean cuisine of Alfredo and broccoli. Nice. Patricia says, "Fend for yourself." Here, I'm on strike. Good job. Me
This is
too.
good.
That's why I said we're having sandwiches.
Mhm.
Barbara, homemade chicken vegetable soup with crackers, cheese, and avocado. Yum.
Mm.
That sounds really good.
Mars is figuring ours out currently. I'm quite sure we're having a suddenly salad.
Oh, well, there you go.
Fine. That's good.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Renee, chicken and biscuits and vegetables. Nice. Lauren had pizza. Um,
Yeah.
let's see. Yeah, everyone's agreeing. That was a Karen. Don't give in to them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kev had to delete his account recently. Had a kind of an intense experience and just
Ugh.
left.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I get it. I
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Sherry had a Chick-fil-A sandwich. My boys always like doyo night, dinner on your own. You just yell doyo, and then everybody knows what it means. That's what I would do. Like, I'm
You
not even
know,
gonna.
I was talking to our sister Kara on the phone last night, and she said, sometimes we tell people it's a do it yourself kind of night, and then we go to Wendy's. I loved it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Renee said her chicken was already cooked and the biscuits too, so it was all reheated. Nice. I was gonna say that's a lot of baking. I hope it's not too
Mhm.
hot for you. Eliza, hot dogs and bull thistle.
I don't know. I'm confused. I'm curious. Yeah.
Yeah, please enlighten us, Eliza. Spirit, a whole food trip at South Lake Tahoe for under 38 bucks. I'm impressed
Me too.
because that is a dangerous place.
Whew.
A whole rotisserie chicken, a pre-made lemongrass lemon bowl, both duck and dogs dig chicken. Nice.
Ah, awesome.
Barbara says it's cooled off to 96 and there's a breeze.
My God. It's balmy.
Oh my gosh.
Love it.
Yikes. I can't even hardly. Oh, Renee, second Renee here. Yay. Glad to
Well,
see you.
welcome. Yes.
Um, yeah. We still don't know what both this is, but we're gonna find out. I
Yeah.
mean, I think there's a
Maybe.
plant called that, but I didn't know you eat it. I've
I
mostly been afraid of it my whole life. Um,
Maybe.
oh, those
Yeah.
really prickly plants with purple flowers. Yes, exact
Yeah.
bull thistle. The core is really yummy. It tastes like cucumber.
Get out.
Okay,
Seriously?
but Eliza, what
We have
kind of
those
like
everywhere.
suit do you have to wear to cut those suckers down? Because we get huge ones here that,
Mhm.
yeah, they hurt, man. But
Gloves.
I didn't even
It's
not even
gotta
know you
have
could
good
eat them. That's
gloves.
very cool.
I didn't either.
Now we know.
The more you
Tell your
know.
husband, you know what's gonna happen.
I know exactly what's gonna happen. Yep.
First of all, he's gonna go try them.
Mhm.
Then he's gonna decide to propagate them and start growing thistle on purpose
Mhm.
in your yard.
That's probably true. Yep, that's legit. Yep, these are the things he does. Yep.
They
Mhm.
really are, yes.
Mhm.
Leather gloves and a long knife. Okay,
Mhm.
I got you. Like machete and, yeah, got it. I could
Interesting.
see that maybe, and maybe, like, one of those grabbers that you need, like, our sister had one when she had her back surgery, you know?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like, you cut it off, and then you reach in with the grabbers and pick it up.
Yeah.
Got it.
There you
See, I
go.
could do this.
I like it. See, you guys are awesome. We learn more, you know, from you guys about stuff. I had no idea.
Me neither, but we've lived around both this all our lives,
Right?
mostly
Yeah.
terrifyingly and on occasion very ouchily.
Mm.
So now we know that
When
there
you
is a
fall
purpose.
into a patch of those riding your bike, that hurts. Yeah.
A lot. Yeah, there's
Mhm.
a lot. Eliza's like, "Come on, they're good. Quit bitching about 'em." No.
Oh, I have a joke. I came with jokes. Actually, I
Oh,
came with 2
please.
jokes.
Let's hear them.
All right. So this guy was watching TV and he was doing the man thing, flipping back and forth from one channel to the other, just over and over and over. And his wife had had enough. And one channel, he was watching golf. And on the other channel, he was watching porn. And he just keeps flipping back and forth. And she's getting so sick of it. And finally, she goes, "For God's sake, Henry, leave it on porn. You already know how to golf."
That's awesome.
No, think what you want to about porn. It's fine. But I thought that was so funny. Looks like Henry's got some learning to do.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Isn't that funny?
Yes.
I loved it. Oh, what's the difference between a snowman and a snow woman? Snowballs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love it. Well, I saw something else today. For some reason, my mouse is moving like crazy slow, so I'm trying. I want to show you something that I saw on the internet today that I thought was so funny. People are so clever and brilliant and smart, and
Mhm.
evil on the internet, but,
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah, there's a
pretty
real
great.
range.
But this got me. So here's the headline. This was from HuffPost.
Oh, yeah.
Alleged threesome led to 60-person brawl on a Carnival cruise line. The massive hour-long fight was caught on camera by another traveler. Okay. Here's the comment that won the day. Somebody was cruising for a bruising.
Best dad joke ever.
Right? Yep. I loved it. I love jokes.
I do too, that's awesome.
Too funny.
Oh, Kev says, "I went stone or crystal shopping and came across a stone that I'm currently mesmerized with, spiderweb jasper in black and white." I'm seeing that all over
Ooh.
the place right now, Kev, and it's funny, but
Mhm.
there's, like, new I don't know if they're new metaphysical names, or there have been some new
Mhm.
versions, new varieties of stones found recently, a bunch of them, and I wonder if
Mhm.
this might be one because it's a new one to me, but it is a really cool one.
Mhm. I think there are some new names too being attached to older stones, that
Mhm.
happens from time to time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it does.
yeah, like angelite, my
Mhm.
forever nemesis. Just kidding. I actually love angelite, but but I went to a rock and gem show years ago and I had taken a wish list from our clients about what they wanted me to look for. We went to Tucson to the biggie. And one of the things we were asked for was angelite. I combed that whole damn show for many days for angelite and I could not find it. I'd never seen it before, to be fair, but I couldn't find it. And finally, the last day we were there, we ended up at a breakfast table uh, in our hotel with some crystal sellers. And I said, maybe you guys can help me. Cannot find this stone. I'm looking for angelite. And they laughed and laughed and laughed. And I'm like, what is so funny? Right? Wow. He said, "Oh, you metaphysical people. The stone is called anhydrite, for fuck's sake." Yes, it's called anhydrite. It's not called angelite. Anyway, we call it angelite. But anyhow, yeah, he had some really nice anhydrite for a great price. So it all worked out. But That's the way with lots of stones. And here's
It
the
is.
thing. Here's a little secret about buying crystals. If you buy them in a store that sells them by their geological name, they're going to be cheaper than if you buy them
Significantly.
from the
Yeah.
metaphysical store that
Yep.
sells them by their metaphysical name.
Yep.
Yeah, typically.
Totes
Yeah.
true. Hey, Elena, welcome from Spain.
Hello.
We're truly international tonight. So, what we would like
Right.
to do tonight is do some readings. We haven't done just individual readings and healings for a while, so we wanted to offer that. So, if you want a reading, please ask a question. Give us a specific um, question. If you would like a healing, kind of let us know what's going on that you'd like us to take a look at. But feel
Mhm.
free to throw that up in the chat, and we will,
Yeah.
uh, you know, we will definitely do that for you. Oh, Barbara, I live in Tucson, went to the gem show. I finally found a piece of angelite in the shape of a unicorn for $20.
Get out. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
That's awesome. I
Just
love it.
a reminder also that if you are in the True Crime Squad YouTube,
Mhm.
the super chat is on. And if
Yeah,
you would like to give a tip for your reading, that's always appreciated.
sure.
Just helps to support us.
Keeps the lights
Uh,
on.
yeah,
Yeah. Hey, Tina.
definitely.
Yeah, and Sherry.
So, Katie, Melanie would like to know, will I find love?
Melanie,
And
let's
while
work on
you
it.
do that, Sherry would like a healing in her back. So I'm going to work on Sherry.
Mhm.
Okay.
Melanie, I do feel like you are going to find love. I'll tell you, I don't think it's this year. I feel like we're going to see something come in for you the first part of next year. I feel like this person is associated to you through somebody that you know. I don't think you know them. This will be someone new entirely. I think they're associated to you in the sense that they work with or are friends with somebody that you know. And that's how they come into your world. I also suspect that they have just come out of or have kind of finished up a relationship and are just kind of waiting a little bit before they really dip their toe back in. I think you're kind of in the same boat in some ways, where it just, twice bitten, or once bitten, twice shy, and just kind of hanging out waiting for something right. But I feel like this feels good. I actually feel like you'll go on a blind date. As cliche as that sounds, I feel like you will. It may be like a double date with friends, but that's how I see it coming out. Yeah. Oh, single parent for a while now. Yep. That's how I see it coming to fruition. So, keep your options open. Also, don't necessarily try to date who you've already dated. Not the same person type, right? It's okay if this person is different. I always tell women, look for the bald guys. They're nice. They want to be in relationships. They're not always, but they're not it's true. And I have had a lot of clients be like, "Oh, I would never date a bald man." And I'm like, "Why?"
Right.
If you go out of the realm of who you have dated in the past, you may very well find the right thing. So be careful that you're not just replicating things you've done in the past that weren't that great. But anyway, Melanie, I think it's good news. I feel like there is something coming in. Yeah.
Nice. I like that. Okay, Sherry, I did do some work in your back. Needed some chakra balancing and really a little bit of a straightening of that spine on the vibrational level, obviously not the physical one. And so I did that for you. And I think that you're going to feel some relief there. Katie, Nicola would like a general, please, preferably to hear from my mom, if possible.
Oh, babe. I would love to. Let me see if I can tune into her.
Yeah. In the meantime, Tina, a financial reading. Tina, I'm going to pull a few cards for you. So y'all are going to hear me shuffle, which I know is loud. My apologies for that.
So, Nicola, your mom shows me you as a little girl. And here's why. She showed me you as a little girl with your little fists balled up, stomping your foot. And she said that she feels like life has dealt you a lot of frustration, she says, the last couple of years, especially. and that there's this part of you that just needs to have the fit, that just needs to get good and mad. And she said, you're always trying to keep everything okay and keep everybody okay and just kind of, keep everything on an even keel. And she just sees you with this growing frustration in you, and she wants you to really find ways to let it out. And she said, don't, she said, give it to me. She said, talk to me and give it to me. I can take it. She says for your health and also for your anxiety, she really wants you to talk more about things that are frustrating you and angering you. She also said that you are unselfish to a fault, and that sometimes that really robs you of what you need. And she just wants you to know that she's aware of that. She feels like that might partly be her fault because that's kind of how she uh, wanted you to be as a child. I think it's just more who you were actually, but she wants you to know that it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to take something for yourself and not have to just give it all away all the time. She wants you to know that she loves you and she's very proud of you and the person that you have become, and that she misses you every day. Yeah.
I love that.
So ball up your little fists and stomp your feet and get mad. She says it's okay. She wants you
There you go.
to.
All right, Tina. So I pulled some cards for you, and I feel like the first thing that I want to say to you is that the theme of this reading is awareness. So it's awareness of the situation around your finances, but I feel like it's actually awareness of you. That you find finances come right from you, how you're feeling about your situation, how you're feeling about however you're making money. Those things are really important to acknowledge because there's change here. There's definite change here. What I see your action, your first action is it's the trapped in fear card. And that card always says that there's something holding you back from making a change, doing something that you really want to do, that you feel guided to do. You've got to face that fear. So acknowledging what it is, what are you running from? What have you been hiding from that is a different career, a different job, getting out there on your own, however you're looking to change how you make money. What is your fear that's holding you back? Okay. So then I pulled your outcome card, which is a process card. So why you're getting 4 cards is what that means, because your outcome card is the discontent and boredom card. It's the moving on card. It means it's time to make a change. It's time to do something different. You just don't feel passionate anymore about whatever it is that you're doing around money. It just doesn't float your boat the way that it used to. And the way to solve that is to move on and give, at least recognize that that discontent is there, recognize that you're bored with what you're doing, and start thinking toward a change. The outcome card is the patience card, and I'm going to show it to you because I love this card. If you'll see, do you see there's a seed growing in her hand and it's growing into a flower? It's going to take a little while to make this change, and it's going to take some patience, but your finances are going to get better, and they're going to get better when you acknowledge that you got to do what makes you happy and it inspires you. And if you're not doing that, that's when you get a little stuck. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
thank you for that question.
Nicola, that was for Tina.
Yes, that was for Tina. Sorry, did I say the wrong name?
No, she was just wondering who it was for.
Oh, yeah, that's for Tina. Okay, so
Yeah.
Katie Lauren says, am I going to get my shit together at any time? I feel like no matter how hard I try to get ahead, I am falling farther and farther behind.
Okay. Well, let's take a look, Lauren. I know things have just been kind of a hot mess for a while, and I also know you're doing your best. So let's be sure to acknowledge that. But I know that doesn't necessarily get things done. So let's take a look.
Okay, and in the meantime, um, I'm going to pull some cards for Melissa.
Okay.
Melissa would like to know if she's ever going to find love.
Well, okay. Well, you damn well should, Melissa. You are amazing.
Right?
Let's see. All right. So, Lauren, yeah. I mean, the short answer is yes. I feel like you're going to see the next few months. I honestly, July feels kind of flat to me. August, I feel like is the time where we see things pick up a little bit. I feel like an opportunity to either kind of wipe the slate clean of a few things that have been weighing you down, or, wrap them up, or, be done with them. And coming into the fall with better energy, better financial energy, just more opportunities to wipe a few more things off the slate. I actually feel like by the time you hit the end of this year, you're going to be kind of amazed at what you have managed to accomplish and get done and get taken care of in your world. So it is coming. Again, July feels flat and slow to me on that front, but August we see things kind of start to pick up. As always, don't hesitate to ask for help, and don't hesitate to cut some things loose if you can, or consolidate some things, take some steps to wipe some stuff that you can. But at any rate, so, short answer, yeah.
Nice. Okay, Melissa. So the very first card I pulled for you when I asked if you're going to find love is the victory and success card. So, yeah, you are. Your job is to trust your intuition. Really trust your gut about people that are good for you versus people who aren't, and about timing, about when you're ready. But I feel like you're gonna know. I just feel like you're gonna feel it. The outcome card is the universe card, which is the everything is possible card. So it's all a very clear yes, and it's all within your control as well.
Hmm.
Everything here indicates that it's just you really trusting yourself and your intuition
Hmm.
that's going to make that happen. And I know that's not the most straightforward answer, but it so often is the answer that
Yeah.
we just have to trust ourselves and trust what we feel, and the right thing is going to come along. And
Hmm.
when we feel it, we need to trust that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And I know you're in a hard area for meeting the right person,
Hmm.
particularly, when you're not the same as everyone else. And I know you're not, you're much better than that. And that's hard. But I agree that the right person this is coming through for you. And I know your kids are getting older too, and you're ready for a relationship.
Yeah,
I get it.
absolutely. Barbara would really like to send her healing wish to all in Ukraine. So, Katie, do you want to just lead us in a little exercise to send
Hmm.
some love to those in Ukraine?
Yes, I would love to. All right. So sit with me here. Let's just breathe. I'm going to ask you to focus on your heart chakra. That is the chakra in the center of your chest, near your heart. I'd like you to just envision green light emanating from that heart, and let that light grow larger and larger and brighter until it's completely surrounded you. And once you've done that, expand that light again from you to your home, to your city, to your state, or your province, or your area. Just letting this light get bigger and bigger. This is your light. This is your divine light. This is your love. This is your protection. This is your healing. Expanding now to your country. And now allowing that light to wrap around the globe, particularly focusing on Ukraine, their neighbors, and all of the people that have been displaced into other areas. And this is your divine light, so you tell it what you want. Perhaps you'd like to hold these people in a place of safety or of comfort, of physical healing, of support. You direct your light. Okay. Now we can leave that light with the Ukraine and come back to our own waking consciousness. Go ahead and just shake your hands to break off that bond. Take a deep breath and come back. That's easy
Nice.
work, but
Yeah.
that's effective work.
Very
Yeah.
much.
And thank you, Barbara, for that. That's a beautiful request.
Yeah, it is. Kev says Hawaii has found its way back into my interest, looking to visit in September or October. Think it's a good plan. I kind of don't, and I guess I'm just going to be honest with you. I feel like there's a really heavy energy of disappointment around it. So I would revisit that and I don't know, get some clarity because I don't like that disappointment energy. It doesn't feel like it will be what you want it to be.
Mm.
Katie, Patricia would like to know any hope of romance in her future.
Okay, let's take a look.
And while you're doing that, Renee would like an energy healing, so I'm going to do that.
Patricia, yes. This person is surprisingly older than you. More older than you than I think you would have maybe typically looked. Uh, if you don't know them now, you've met them in passing before. But I feel like this person is well educated and well read, very very smart and interesting to talk to. Really your person in the sense of someone to connect with that understands you and your thought process, but also just understands the world. I feel like this may start out more as a friendship, somebody that's interesting to chat with, and then grows up into something more. But again, I feel like they're quite a bit older than you. So, and that's okay. It becomes a really beautiful connection, if we can give it a chance. So that's the person I'm seeing coming in. The timeline is pretty mushy, so I don't think I'll throw one out there other than say yes, right? Say yes, believe in yourself and your ability to have friends and have people like that in your world, and that you are absolutely good enough and lovable enough and smart enough and everything enough to be able to carry something like that because you can. And that's what I see coming.
All right, thank you. Okay, Renee, you just needed a good solid chakra balancing. You had some kind of heavy energy in your heart and throat that I cleared out as well. Let's see. Katie, Moonbeam would like to know about finding Mr. Right, trying to get
It,
out more.
it is love night, isn't
It
it?
is, yeah.
It really is. Okay. All righty. Let's take a look. I scrolled away from it and I don't know why I have to see it, but for some reason I do. Here we go. Okay. All righty, Moonbeam. Let's feel into it. You two are a little ways out. I actually feel like you're going to date somebody short term that you kind of immediately know is wrong, but they're fun and you just need something, to kind of wake you up. That's the first person I see coming in. I suspect that you part as friends after a couple of months, but it serves its purpose, right? To help you kind of get your bearings and get back into the game and just, feel like you can get involved in a relationship. And again, I feel like it's not an ugly parting or anything. It just you kind of know from the beginning, yeah, this person's not all in. You don't have to be either. It's okay to mess around a little bit and just have some fun and just try some things. But I feel like after that person, someone else does come in. I don't see that person either until next year. This year still feels a little flat for me. Though I do feel like there's a little fling, like I said, coming up sometime late in the fall. But the true, like real partner, I don't see that until next year sometime. But again, say yes smartly, wisely, right? We're true crimers. We don't do stupid things, but you know, It's okay to say yes to interesting things. Getting out more, I think, is absolutely going to be the key. This COVID has made us forget how to get out, how to date, how to meet people. We've gotten way too, committed to only the online dating scene, and that's a shit show, as I'm sure you guys know. So getting out is going to be key. Yeah.
Nice. Very good.
Hmm.
Jessica, the first thing I feel is a lot of words stuck in your throat. Jessica says, I feel like I have a lump in my throat. Is it stuck words, thyroid, or something else? Of course, always go get your thyroid checked, make sure. But this feels like words to me. I did move as much of it out of there as I can. There's still some stuff in there that needs to be expressed. Now, maybe you say it to a person, maybe you write it in a letter and burn it, name it in some way, express it in some way. But I do feel like it's words, and I kind of feel like you already know what this is about. So I want to encourage you to just take a look at that and just do some honest communication, even if it is just stuff that you burn.
Hmm.
Okay,
And she did say in the chat she is going to get that throat checked too. So yeah, definitely.
good.
I want to just tell you, with my thyroid, I could feel it. I could feel a lump.
Me
And
too.
my doctors were like, "That's not even possible. You cannot feel it." And I'm like, "But I do feel it." And I had had multiple doctors tell me, "You really can't feel a thyroid lump. That would have to be enormous for you to be able to feel it. You can't really feel that." And then I had one doctor, a radiologist who was doing my biopsy, said, "Yeah, you can." He said, "I don't know why doctors keep saying this. You can certainly feel it. So don't get talked out of what you're feeling. But you follow up with that for sure."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could feel mine too. Unfortunately, mine was gigantic. So,
Yeah.
but not to scare you at all.
No.
But if you ever have that question, always get it checked.
Yeah, and to validate you that you're feeling something. Yeah.
Yeah. Kate, Katie, Tay would like some protection and a dose of sanity, just some energy work. If
Okay.
you want to take a look at that,
Absolutely.
let's
Okay.
see. Oh, I jumped around like crazy. Okay.
This chat,
What
sometimes
happened?
it's really tough to stick with. You would be
Oh, there we go.
on Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
No.
Okay.
Yes, I think.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. All right.
Jacqueline says continuing health issues pop up. I'd like a read around my lungs and a clearing. Okay. And then I think you said something else down
And
here. Oh,
Jacqueline,
that you do have a chest X-ray scheduled, a CT of
yeah.
your chest. Good, good. Always, always, always look at the physical, but let's look at the energetic too. Okay.
So Tay, I'm really grounding you. Your root chakra was way out. So, and I feel like, that's a due in part because of the happenings around you, that continue to kind of make you feel unsafe and out of whack. So, really fixing that root, I feel like that's going to make a nice difference.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to put a lot of light around you. I'm going to clear your aura first because your aura is actually pretty murky too. But then I'm going to put some of this light around you that I like so much for helping to attract good people and good things. It's this tangerine aura quartzy kind of light that
Nice.
just does a good job of attracting good people, good situations, good things. And I feel like you really need more of that, attracting the right people or at least just kind people, decent people, not the hard ones.
Yeah.
All right, so good. That bright light around you. Good. Okay, so that's done.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Jacqueline. Honestly, what I feel in you on a vibrational level is a what I call a heart throat block, and that is that there are emotions in your heart that have not been communicated, and so there's this big rock sitting on your chest of energy that's been stuffed. And certainly it can affect your physical body as well as, other physical things as well. So I'm going to clear as much of that as I can. But your job is to really start paying attention to how you feel and saying it, expressing it, allowing yourself to actually say out loud things that are bothering you, things that you love, things that you want more of in your life. a boundary you might need to set, like all of those things, because all of those words are good and all of those emotions are good too. There are no bad emotions. So we don't have to go stuffing anything. It's okay to feel angry or hurt or sad, but it needs expressed. Emotions are energy, they need expressed. So I'm just going to clear up as much of that off your chest as I can to give you a little space to do that communication. And in the meantime, Katie, do you want to talk to Michelle?
Yes,
Okay.
I sure do. All right. So Michelle's question is, can I ask for guidance with clearing out my childhood home? Anything I should pay particular attention to? Anything I can do, visualize, believe that can help me make the process as smooth as possible? And that's a biggie. It's full of triggers and stuff. I get you, Michelle, completely. We did this several years ago and it was interesting. Sometimes really healing, sometimes really hard, but I feel you on this. So here's what I would do first. I would clear it first. So you can do a space clearing with sage or with Palo Santo, with dragon's blood. You can do some research on that and decide what the right clearing method is for you. If this is a place where you can't burn something, you can just make a really strong tea with sage or with basil, both really powerful clearing herbs, and just spray that tea around, holding the intention that we're releasing any energy that no longer serves. And you can, use whatever practice that you want, but that's really the intention is we would just want to clear out any energy here that's no longer necessary. Avoid the term or the command that you're removing negative energy, because that's kind of what's negative energy. What might have been someone's negative energy maybe isn't. It's not really negative energy. We want to get rid of unnecessary energy. We want to get rid of anything that could be holding you down or holding you back, right? We just want to get rid of the stuff, the sludge. So do a clearing first. And then and then of course do a blessing as well. And with the blessing, bless the whole house, that as you clean out this house and you release these things, that you do so in a place of peace, in a place of gratitude, and in a place of joy. Obviously, you're going to have to go through some stuff that maybe doesn't feel very good or that's, doesn't bring up great memories, and that's okay. That's fine. But as you do so, turn on a podcast, turn on some music, listen to something that does lift you up so that you can kind of balance that so you don't just get too heavy in the process. And then, of course, pace yourself, because nothing makes things harder than fatigue. And so trying to do too
Mhm.
much in one day, it doesn't pay, because that emotionally it just wears you down in a big hurry. So pace yourself, make sure you're getting rest. Take those breaks to eat, to drink, to leave the house for a few minutes, to, break it up. But I know you can do it and get through it, but that's what I would do if I were you. And then when you're done, bless it and clear it and bless it again, because now you've kind of stirred up the whole pot. So when everything's cleared out, I would do that process one more time just to settle it. Those are my thoughts. Anything that you want to add? Or are you good on that?
No, that's awesome. Awesome advice. And just
Okay.
do it in pieces if you have to. Like
Yeah,
don't overexpose. If you get really worn out, take breaks.
for sure. Yep.
'Cause, yeah, it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah. Want to say hi to
Yeah.
Lana. Glad that you're
Yeah.
here, and thank Barbara and Lana for the super chat. You guys are the best. Thank you for
Yes,
that.
thank you.
Appreciate
Let's
you.
see. Anna, my husband has been offered a new job, which would mean relocating and better money. However, we are torn as we like the area we live in, but as there is a housing crisis where we currently are, the best option to own due to affordability is to move. We have relocated before and it hasn't worked, so we are cautious. Honestly, Anna, this feels really good to me. I feel like you should do it. I feel like it's one of those times when you do something that has a huge ripple effect in your life. Like you make one decision to change one thing, which is move, and then everything else gets better. I really feel like this is the right thing and that you're being pushed in that direction. And I
Hmm.
get being afraid if it hasn't worked in the past totally, but I don't feel any barriers here. I feel like this is going to work out for you in many, many good ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see here. in chat.
Yeah. Well, Kev wants to know if he's ever going to find the right body pillow. No, no, you're not. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He says he goes through one about every 3 months. Those are overuse injuries. And oh, Jane. I think we're on Jane.
uh, yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Okay. Do
Katie,
you want? Okay.
yes. Jane says, "Can you tell me if the communication will get better with my sister? She scares me." Yikes.
She is such a ball of pent up anger, frustration, and bullshit that's constantly ready to explode. It's tough. It's tough. Jane, I'm going to do some strengthening of a cord between the two of you, a good cord, not a bad cord, at the throat to see if we can just build a better place of communication. She sucks at this. And I feel like she pushes your buttons too. And you've worked really hard over the years to break away from the explosive communication style that your family tends to have. But boy, she has not. The further you guys get away from your mom's passing and the dealing of the estate, the better things get with her. One hard thing with her is I feel like whatever's under her skin, and it frequently doesn't have a thing to do with you, it really affects her communication about other things. It's like her resiliency is just so freaking low. She cannot do stress in a healthy way. And you've worked your ass off to get to where you can do stress in a healthy way. And this is just really hard to cope with. But the short answer is yes. I feel like the further we get out from all of the stress right now, even a year from now, I feel like communication with her is easier, much easier. But then for the next while, yeah, it's going to be tough. Limit it as much as you can. Keep things as short and close to the point as you can. Written communication like text message might be your best friend. Even though you'll feel her tone coming through the phone, that might be a little bit easier to shield you from her ire because boy, she's mad at everyone and everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Shannon wants to know how to get a reading. You can just post it in the chat here, Shannon. We are done on the hour, and so we'll get to as many of them as we can.
Hmm.
Donna, the psychic hour will not come through Patreon. We don't have a way to do that. They're totally separate
Yeah.
entities. So you would need to sign up for the 99 cents a month thing
I wish
here
we could stream
on
it through
YouTube.
Patreon, but I don't think we have a way to do a live stream through Patreon.
I don't think so. And so we'll
We'll
look into
research
that.
it.
We'll
We'll
look into that
research
to be
it.
sure.
Yeah. If we
But
can, I'd love to do that for our patrons. That would
right,
be
totally.
awesome. Yeah, we'll
Totally. If
figure
we
it
can
out.
figure out a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fairy Magic would like to send some acceptance to someone. We can. Fairy, can you maybe clarify in the chat just a little bit what you're asking for? And then we'll do that here in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Some
Uh,
words of encouragement, Jane, to you from Kevin, too. He said his heart goes out to you. He's going through some of this with his brothers as well.
uh,
He said, "You aren't alone. You got this." Yeah. The great thing about you,
absolutely.
Jane, too, is that you deal with things with humor, which is great for you, not so much for your sister because it just pisses her off, but that's okay. Just do it in your head. I know you've got the dialogue going and keep it going because that will help.
Yeah, definitely. Eliza says, I have a spirit that as I was waking up, I heard her say, why doesn't she hear me? I responded, I hear you, but then woke up fully. And a few days later, a light turned on by itself. Who is she? What do you think, Katie? Who is that?
Oh, I'm so intrigued. Let's feel into it. She was speaking to your guides. Boy, she's connected to you, Eliza. I feel like she is somebody that you did know in this lifetime that's passed. Well, I wonder if this could have been a classmate or a cousin.
Mm-hmm.
or someone like that that you knew that passed as a kid or as a young
Mhm.
adult. That's how they strike me. I don't have a name, uh, but she's really visiting you right now. And I'm glad that you said that. You were really in that place of that in between where you're not quite asleep, you're not quite awake, and the veil is really thin when you're in that spot. There's thousands of reports from people having an experience with someone on the other side when they were in that space. And so, I'm not surprised that it happened that way, but go ahead and speak to her. You don't have to have a name for her. Just go ahead and speak to her and, tell her that you're glad that she's there and that, you'll do your best to listen. But she was asking your guides why you can't hear her. Yeah.
Nice.
But she's benevolent. There's nothing but sweetness in her.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to work on Laura, who's having some foggy, dizzy, off balance stuff. While I'm doing that, Katie, would you help wanting Fairy's wanting to send some acceptance to a grandma that she works with through CPS?
Okay. Yep,
Yep.
absolutely.
Okay. So, Laura, I do feel like you guys have probably heard me say that somebody has tornado energy body, and that's definitely what you have. Your root chakra is shifted off to my left, and I'm going to put that back into place. And we're just going to get that cycle of energy working in you again. I feel like the foggy, dizzy stuff from an energetic standpoint is coming from a buildup of stagnant energy that hasn't been able to clear out the crown of your head. So I'm going to draw that up, and then I'm going to I'm going to release all that stagnant energy in your crown so that the fogginess and the dizziness and stuff that'll go away as this intensity level goes down. Of course, if it continues, see your doctor, but there definitely is something going on in your energy body that is part of the issue here. I think it's an important thing for us to always remember that it's never just one thing when we're struggling or having symptoms or not feeling well or something. It's almost always physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Like there's a combination of things going on, and we need to address all of them, which is why I love doing the energy work part of it, because this is the part that gets left out a lot. So everything is lined up and things are clearing right through your crown like they should now, Laura. Things look so much better and brighter. I think you're going to feel way better and find that that is just going to go away, I feel like. Oh, good. Getting acupuncture, working with a homeopath. Good.
Good. So with for Fairy, um, yeah, I worked a lot with her guides to help build her up. Boy, it's a complicated web of anger and distrust and guilt and helplessness and just feeling like she just always gets kicked in the teeth. So I
Mm-hmm.
called in her ancestors and asked her guides to really circle up with her and just help her find a place where she feels like she has support that she can trust and accept. That's the hardest part because I think it's built in, it's here for her. It's a hard one. Yep. So yep, so much love for her.
Yeah. Okay. I think probably the last one we're going to get to. This is Lana. Lana has been experiencing some hallucinations. She takes several medications and she thinks that they might be interacting with each other.
Hmm.
She said last night was better. She listened to some self hypnosis on YouTube on opening the chakras. I also have a lot of chronic pain in lower back and upper hips. So, do you want to just take a look
Yeah,
there really quick,
absolutely.
Kitty?
Yep. Yeah, definitely make a call to your pharmacist and talk to him about those meds and see what they think could be
They can tell you
interacting.
super quick
Yep.
if that's what it is generally.
Yeah, and I think it is. I agree with that. But yeah, and honestly, you're better off to go straight to the pharmacist, especially if all your meds come from the same place, or even if they don't, just have your med list ready and they can help.
Yep, they can
But
always do a review for you.
we kind of we mistake or maybe miss identify what pharmacists can do for you? A
Mhm.
lot. They're
Yes,
doctors.
actually
They're
quite a
smart
lot.
as hell. They've got a lot to
Mhm.
offer.
They do.
They're so underutilized in counting pills, and not necessarily getting to really use their knowledge. But that's the
Right.
place to go for that, Lana. But
Mhm.
I'm going to ground you really good because your root chakra is way out of whack, probably because of the situation, but it's going to be making it worse. So I'm going to put that root back in place.
Awesome. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yep. Get you back into your body because, yeah, you're way out of body, and that sucks. I can see how this hypnosis would help though, because that would help you ground into your space.
Yep.
Before you go to bed tonight, just get your little bare feet out in your yard for a few minutes. Let your feet touch the grass, breathe in the fresh air, look at the stars, just really breathe in the earth before you go to bed to try and help you stay more grounded as you go to bed.
Mhm. Most definitely.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we have done it. We've made it all the way to the end of the show.
we
Um,
have.
don't forget our changes with making the Psychic Hour part of our membership on YouTube don't happen
Mhm.
until the first Thursday in August. So we're going to
Yeah.
talk about it. And then when we get close to time, it'll be available. I think we'll
Hi,
show you on
Effie.
this video how to sign up. We'll actually put it on the video so you can see.
Mhm.
Makes it really easy. And it's actually just going to open it up for us quite a lot. There's some things I think that we'll be more comfortable doing
Mhm.
in that setting, and it'll be safer for all of you privacy wise. So,
Mhm.
we'll keep talking about it, make sure you
Yep.
all know what to do.
Oh yeah.
But thank you all for being here, for your participation. Thank you for listening after the fact. We love you all. And we
Mhm.
love the Psychic Hour. We always want to be able to do this kind of work with you.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, we will be here
Yeah, there's
next
no
week.
join button yet, Sherry. It's not even there yet. It won't
Well,
be
it
there
is.
for
There
weeks.
is, but
It's yeah.
it's for something else. So don't worry about it quite yet. We'll let you know when it's ready.
Mhm.
Because if we do it now, it's going to charge you for this month. It'll
Yeah.
charge you for July. We don't want to do that. We want to wait till it's closer to August, just so it
Yep.
makes more sense.
Yep.
So we will be back next week with all of our usual content. And, be sure you're catching us on your socials on TikTok and Instagram, over on Facebook. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Helps us to grow.
Mhm.
And we do appreciate you all very much. And you know it. We are the True Crime Squad. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Take care.